Guys, why are you not talking about how good Villa were? Spurs are an average team. Villa whipped them. Talk about that, Neil. The Villa fan, he's text 81089. Aaron, the Arsenal fan, listening to this is just ridiculous. Are you lot forgetting most of those Newcastle players were in the relegation zone before Eddie Howe came in? All these excuses for Spurs. It's all good and well when Conte is at a big club and with the best players. Hashtag Spursy. He tweeted at talkSPORT. Lots of you calling in as well. 03 717 22
no excuses whatsoever. Villa were a better side today by a distance. And I know we're going to take a caller. Sorry, I think Stuart's waiting. But the defending, and he said was good defending. Both goals were preventable. Yeah. Okay, Lloris, you can't justify the mistake he's made, and he makes more mistakes now than he's ever done for Spurs, not for France. But Longley, Romero, and Davies, no one reacted. None of the defenders reacted. It was actually Højbjerg who came from midfield that tried to react off the goalkeeper. They just stood there. And the second goal, what Basuma was doing, allowing
it was a great run and a
Douglas
great
Luiz
pass
to run off him.
Yeah, but it was a great...
But he didn't go with him.
No, and
if you're not going with him, you have to shout the defender saying, I'm passing him on.
Every goal we can go back and say it can be prevented. We know that, right? Sorry, excuse me. Every goal. So the pass from McGinn was
brilliant
sick.
pass.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The touch and the finish. So don't get it twisted, of course.
Yeah.
You know, you look at it from both sides, and it's not even like I'm backing the Aston Villa supporter. For me, I looked at that goal as, great pass, great finish.
What's Basuma's job? Basuma's job is to follow the runner.
So as a Spurs fan, you're going to look at it and say, "Oh man, that slapped that defense." I actually looked at it the other. It wasn't even like I was like, way too easy. It was the first goal. My first thought was, he should have collected that. The second one, great ball, great touch, great finish. That's how I saw it, and then you break it down that way. So just find it out there. So we are trying to give Villa props and that.
We've had an anonymous text here. The definition of madness is doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting a different result. 7 games in a row, conceding more than 2 goals. 10 games in a row, conceding first. Setting up the same way again today and bringing Emerson on, not Spence. Why? Get Poch back. Hashtag Conte out. I wonder if Stuart the Spurs fan, who's called 03717 223344, agrees with that. Stuart, Antonio Conte was brought to the club because he was a proven winner. He was brought to win trophies, brought to take you into the Champions League. It's not working, is it?
Mate, I want Conte out till literally I just heard his interview then. I was a bit on the fence. I just heard his interview and he's saying that we actually played all right, and I'm thinking, you can't be watching the same game we're watching. I feel like, is he dealt up by Levy? Is he dealt up by any? Why is he not seeing what everyone else is seeing? Does that make sense?
It does make sense. To a certain degree, I think he's backing his players publicly. I think he won't be saying that in the dressing room. Yeah. Surely he won't be. We can all see it. We can see how bad Spurs were. We can see how bad they defended, in my opinion. So I can't see Conte saying that in the dressing room.
Yeah, look, for me, if I'm quite honest, when I watch it, how many defenders from bench, how many defenders have got on the field? A team's full of defenders, and yet we're still not good enough to keep Aston Villa out. And that's no disrespect to Aston Villa. But for me personally, I think the guy who said Maguire earlier, I think he's absolutely...
No, we've lost him. We've lost
Stuart.
What was he going to say? Was he going to say yes?
No, he was going to say yeah. No, he was going to say yeah. I get that.
I'm with him.
I get that. I was going to ask Stuart, but Tottenham fans, and we go back right, and we said this from the beginning, Conte plays this way. This is his style of football. He is very pragmatic. He is very defend first. And of course, don't get the game twisted with saying this, and they can see 2 goals, so maybe it's not working to that. But this is his style. He is very pragmatic. Yep. It seems like you've got a manager in that's a born winner, and he's won. So, and that's what you've brought in. And now want him to change his ethos, which it's not. And don't get it twisted. I understand that it's not going right, and it's only now they've come at the Champions League spot. So, again, first of Jan outside, so I guess they win their game, they're back in. So, it was going the way, even though the style of football weren't going, or is maybe not conducive to what you like, it still was, they scored the goals, they were in the Champions League position. That's Conte's style of football, if you know what I'm saying. And I just feel that all of a sudden it's, you know what it is, but then you're trying to change him or judge him by another style of football.